I'm all about my money. Yeah, and I don't care what you haters gotta say. I'm all about my money. Yeah, and I don't care what you haters got.
What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back to About My Money TV. It's your boy King Chaos, man. Before we get into today's content, man, on behalf of About My Money TV and everybody over here at About My Money TV, to the family of Takeoff, one of the Migos, rest in peace. We haven't been on the channel since the untimely death of Takeoff. We want to send our condolences to the whole QC and everybody in Takeoff family, especially Quavo and Offset and his family. We don't take this lightly. It's been tragic what's been going on in hip hop to the rappers, man, and not only cases but untimely deaths. So man, we just wanted to send our condolences before we get into today's content to the family of Takeoff and to all his friends and close relatives, man. Rest in peace, Takeoff. About My Money TV, it's your boy King Chaos, man. We back. Salute to that good guy gang, man, and salute to that money gang, man. Salute to everybody who like, share, and subscribe to comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment to the channel, and everybody that follow us on all social medias, man. Y'all are the money gang, man. Y'all about y'all money, man, and we appreciate y'all, man. If you are, man, if you first time stopping by the channel, man, do me a favor, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you hit the bell so all your post notifications on, man. So when we drop the fire content on the channel, man, you get it first, and you can become part of that money gang too, man. Today, man, we got to talk about the topic that been hot on. I mean, it's been on my Twitter timeline like crazy. Like my Twitter timeline is straight battle rap. My Facebook and my Instagram, is more about my money business related, more clothing brand related. Of course, I got the battle rappers and stuff on Instagram, but my Twitter timeline was going crazy yesterday. And it was so many people talking about battle rap is dead, man. Battle rap is dead, man. So I had to get in here and talk about this topic, and let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. We gonna just talk about a few of the things, a few of the reasons why I can see why the fans are feeling that way. A few of the reasons why people who really not tapped into the industry may be feeling that way. I mean, let's just dig into it, man. Let's think about all the top leagues. Let's start with KOTD. We haven't heard from a KOTD since the season one, and then the finals after that, which Bill Collector won, which was in the beginning of the year. So you haven't had a KOT battle all year in 2022. You got RBE, who's been focusing on the brick process. They did have do have Blood, Sweat, and Tears and those brand lines, but the bigger room battles outside of a Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which is like they rookies versus vet kind of like series, but you haven't had that max out. You haven't had a resolution. You haven't had one of those big cars that we know for RBE to have, because they've been going through that brick process and basically trying to groom new talent to bring onto the channel. Then you got URL, which has been following the caffeine model, which if you don't have caffeine or the app, then those battles aren't available to you. So when you looking on the landscape of YouTube, you don't see a lot of battle content out there. And the usual subscriber, or the people who would stop in and be those 9 million people, are not the people who are subscribed to the URL app. So they not even getting the content that usually that battle rappers would get, or that that these platforms would get through the YouTube. So if you like battle rapping, that's where you get your battle rap from, is YouTube. It hasn't been any drops this year. You don't see battle rap on your landscape as much. And URL, conversely, to compound that, I'm getting so many, like we just had this week, K Shine saying that this battle with him versus Jack Boy Maine would be his last URL TV. We know, we seen it online where, and if I get time, I'll cut it in and you'll see the tweets on Instagram and stuff like that. Rum Nitty just recently was saying that he may not be on the URL anytime soon. You've been seeing things of this nature where we got the Rum Nitty and Bill, but after that, when do we see Rum Nitty again? We got that coming up, but Rum Nitty also has been alluding to him not being on URL TV. Then of course, what I've been wanting to talk about on this channel for a long time is and him openly talking about, wanting to be out of his URL contract. And then you get situations where you see people coming back to URL from RB, such as Chef Trez, such as Bill Collector, coming back from his KOTD shit and what he did. So you see them signing contracts and going to URL, people who've been there, but you see a lot of the staples in battle rap going away from there. I mean, what do you guys think of that? Do y'all believe that this is adding to the trend of people thinking that battle rap is dead? That some of the, I mean, we gotta talk about it. Sue Surf, the guy who's been single handedly promoting URL on every platform, and like being on the spaces, being putting out Midnight Madness and putting some of that content onto the app, and then putting some of that content onto YouTube. I mean, getting in front of the people as commentary, like who's filling that void, who can really promote in the music and be in the space. I mean, he did Rolling Loud, for God's sake, right after he did a URL battle, and being able to bridge that gap. All these things, I believe, are what are feeding into people seeing the notion of thinking that battle rap is dead. They're not getting the content. The biggest battlers are saying they want to be off URL. I mean, the Av situation to me isn't because Av is one of my guys. Like, I'm a really cool person. Interact with Av a lot in the Twitter world and the spaces and stuff like that. Like, Av is a cool guy, and to see him going through what he's going through with URL. So the situation with Av is he's been openly saying he wanted to be out of his contract, and P and other guys. And behind the scenes, a few people know that Av was signed. They had prior obligations, a couple battles that they wanted Av to do, but Av was looking for bigger names. Av was wanting the bigger battles, which I believe Av should be getting. Uh, you got Hollow the Don who said they wanted to battle Av. There was talks about Av and Verb that never happened. So these larger battles are the battles that Av believes he should get, but contractually, URL is saying that he's obligated to these other battles, and it's just not working out for Av in that space. And my thought pattern is, why do people want to get off a URL contract? It's the exclusivity clause in URL contracts. If you're on the RBE, they don't mind for you to go over to a URL. If you're on a KLTD, we've seen a lot of time people can go to these other platforms. They perform well over those other platforms, and URL oftentimes have them coming back. We just talked about Bill Collector. We just talked about Chef Trez. So why would Av want to get out of his URL contract, and what benefit does that give Av, and where would he go after that? Let me know in the comments what y'all thought. I don't have no inside from Av about where he wants to go or what his plans are. But my thoughts is, and I seen this. I think Jim said something about players getting traded between leagues and stuff like that. Alluding to Av and other people wanting to go to RBE or going to KOTD, and I'm sure he was talking about more RBE. And in my mind, and this is what I was explaining to one of my artists, me and my guy Gunna, who was on the channel with us a lot. I was like, in reality, who is that exclusivity clause really cutting out, and where would Av be going if he did not go to RBE? It's not KLTD because they haven't been having events. They've been talking about possibly doing a Paste event, which would be a charitable event where the money will go to the Paste family, but that is not a usual KLTD event, and they haven't been putting out a lot of product. So getting out my URL contract to go to KLTD seems a lot more unlikely. So where would he be going other than the RBE on a large scale platform? It's got to be some battles out there that he sees in his future over at a RBE in order to want to get on a URL contract. Now, I'm not saying that is the only reason why he wants to do that, but otherwise, what battle leagues can you not get on? A lot of battlers have, newer guys love that that their content could be put on the app from Battle Academy or some of the smaller leagues. But if you already signed to a URL and then you go to a Battle Academy or you get out of your contract and you take less money for that content to still only live on the app, how does that help the artist? It doesn't. It still locks that away to a smaller number of subscribers where you're not getting seen, where you don't get the analytics, where you can get your dollar amount up when you hit the next league. So it's gotta be about going to be on RB. It's gotta be about going to get on KLTD because otherwise you could rap on the smaller leagues and still be on a URL. So those contractual obligations are why Av is saying he wants to be off of URL. It's why you see K Shine saying this might be his last URL battle. It's why you see a Rum Nitty, saying that this might be his last URL battle. Like that, that's crazy to me. That's three of the guys that are some of my favorites, period, in this game. And now they're saying that they don't even want to be on what most people consider the NBA of battle rap. And why is that? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. To me, what I think a lot of this is not hip hop or battle rap is dead. It's just like Pimp C said back in the days. Battle, pimping ain't dead. It just moved to the website. Battle rap ain't dead. It just moved to the app. It just moved to the subscription based service. You got Bill Collector that's on Zash TV. You got Hitman Holla that has his network show. That he's doing with the Bags and Bodies. So these things have not gone anywhere. They just moved to the website or they just moved to the streaming platform. So battle rap is not dead in my thoughts pattern, but it has moved to a non-traditional platform, not on YouTube, not with the regular, you know, consumer is used to seeing. And if you're not into it or if you're not looking for it, like a guy such as myself, then you don't know. You're not seeing as much battle rap as you are used to seeing. Of course, we do have Chrome 23 that just started their tournament. We will get more into some of those subjects. We have prom night just this past weekend, so female battle rap is clearly alive in a Chrome 23 and over there at Criminal Ring, so that's dope. But other than that, we haven't really been seeing the content put out of the other big three in the large scale form. We talked about RB, we talked about KLTD, and now all the problems that we see with URL battles. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, man. Be sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. Tap into the content. Let me know what y'all think about my point of views. Let me know what else y'all want to see on the channel for me. And make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Say I'm about my money.